Hello, we welcome the University of Hawaii representatives to the dais. A couple of procedural reminders. We'll ask that you raise your hand to request a microphone and wait till the mic arrives before you ask your questions. If you could address your questions to a specific individual, that would be helpful. And we'll go ahead and begin with an opening statement from Coach Ganot.
Obviously, wish the turnout was a little better, but number one, as we always do, credit to a really good, well-coached Maryland team that fought, did what they've done all year, weathered some storms because we were in control early, but that stretch in the second half was a big hammer, and very proud of our guys. So number one, credit to Maryland and their program and their great staff, and a lot of respect there. And then two, very proud of our program and these guys here and these guys in the locker room. This game's it's awesome. I mean, there's so much emotion in it. These guys care. I mean, and obviously you can imagine how the locker room is. But it gives you some great moments too. And indicative, we fought to the end. This group's got a lot of fight. Just very proud of them. I mean, for what they've done, it's hard. You don't get to coach them again. But it's a great group to coach. The adversity over the course of the last couple of years, this year within games, and I told them in the locker room, obviously, look, at the end of the day, the game's great, but each of us has a job to work your tail off to get in a position of influence and to affect lives in a positive way. And these guys have done that. They've galvanized the state. You know, they represent the university, a great university, a tremendous athletic department, a great program, a great Big West Conference that we're proud to represent, the great state. And these guys make you believe. They're tremendous in the community. They're studs. And they're studs all year. And just really proud of them. And it hurts now like it should. And that's why I say it's a great game. It gives you moments and it gives you heartache. But just special group and an honor to coach.
We'll take questions now for Stefan Jankovic and Mike Thomas.
Hi, Zach Johnson, Kaleo, Hawaii. This one's from Mike. So obviously not the outcome you guys expected or wanted. But overall, you had probably one of your best games all year. You picked up your second career double-double. Can you just talk about coming in and having probably the best game all year in this big of a moment?
I think I just wanted to be aggressive today and try to help my team win the game. To be honest, it wasn't anything different or anything out of sorts. It was just trying to be aggressive and win.
How did you guys feel coming out and looking at the Hawaii fans with the banana leaves and then hearing them sing the Pono'i before the game? They were getting really rowdy. Just talk about, I guess, how you guys felt with that kind of support.
We have some of the best fans in the nation. They really came out. They supported the whole arena. It felt like we were basically in the San Sheriff. I just wish me especially, would have had a better effort for them. But once again, really, really just the best fan base.
Jenks and Mike, seemed like offensively the baskets were really hard to come by throughout the first half, even though you were leading, and especially during that 7-minute run in the second half. So what was it about Maryland's defense that was so challenging and suffocating and making baskets really hard to come by?
Stefan?
I'll do credit to Maryland's defense. It was tough, but we didn't make shots that we were supposed to make. We missed a lot of layups, a lot of easy putbacks. We didn't make shots. They played great defense again. I give credit to them, but we missed a lot of layups and a lot of shots that we usually make.
Mike?
Yeah, I credit their defense and being able to get after us a little bit. But also, like Jenk said, there were just shots that we normally make. We should have, but we didn't.
You guys are one of the top teams in the nation at getting to the free throw line per field goal attempt. Are you frustrated with only getting to the line a total of 15 times compared to 31 for Maryland? I know that's usually your guys' strategy is to get to that line often, frequently, but.
Mike?
That's how the ball bounces sometimes. Sometimes you get called, sometimes you don't. You got to play through it.
Yeah, I think no excuses there. Obviously, that's a big part of our identity. We spread you out and play inside out and get to the free throw line. Last couple games, we didn't get to the line as much as we'd like, but that's on us. We got to do a better job of being stronger in the paint. And like Mike said, playing through some of that. So, yeah, just credit them. I thought we had some good looks in that stretch. That didn't go down, but I thought the biggest key in that stretch was giving them some runouts, giving them transition.
More questions for student athletes?
Stefan, it seemed like number 4 and number 33 there for Maryland were really trying to push you out of the paint, making you play face up. Are you comfortable having to play around the perimeter and face up most of the game?
Yeah, completely. I'll give them a lot of credit there. Not just those two guys, their team defense was good. As soon as I took a dribble, there was guys around. That's a Maryland, a top team, a great coach and whatnot. They had great help defense, great one-on-one individual defense down in the post. But yeah, to answer your question, all my life I've been playing on the perimeter, so it wasn't really anything different for me.
More questions for Hawaii student athletes? All right, we'll dismiss these two and thank them and direct questions to Coach once they've exited. Thank you, guys. Questions for Coach?
Coach, we talked about it the other day about staying out of early foul trouble, and Rod picks up 2 fouls in the first 3.5 minutes, and has to sit out for a long stretch. How did that affect the offensive flow for you guys?
Well, I thought they did a pretty good job. I mean, we've had Rod even in the championship game that happened, or Jenks. Obviously, it's a recurrent theme that we needed to improve on, and that we got again with Rod early today. But this group jumped out despite that to a 13-6 lead. Eventually, I think we settled a little bit, and then our defense went away. I thought the biggest thing in the first 8-10 minutes was our defense was outstanding. And I think, and that's against one of the best, an elite offensive team. So you knew you got to continue to stay focused because they're going to come. That's why they're so good. I mean, they're offensively, they surround their size with shooting, a dynamic point guard. And, we did a good job defending the three, but I thought we did a good job in our half-court defense, put it that way. I think what really hurt us was the turnovers and maybe some questionable shots leading to runouts and us not getting back on D. That's where they were very effective. And obviously when they did get to the line, they took advantage of it. So, yeah, I think we've played through that before. And obviously we went back to him earlier than normal, and he did a good job of not getting his third. And we finished the half well. I thought it was a big play the way we finished the half. We wanted one shot, we didn't get it, and they got the last points.
More questions for Coach?
And I know obviously you want to do it to win and continue playing, but maybe a small consolation prize as you guys are finally ending this 3-week road trip and going home. What do you think it's going to be like, especially with all the fan support that you have when you finally are able to step foot in the state of Hawaii again?
Well, that's perspective, but obviously we wouldn't mind staying out for 2 more weeks. I mean, we were perfectly okay with that. I've never been so happy to live in a hotel room and live in flights and bus rides. I mean, I know our guys were good with that. Obviously, when things settle and you get back home and around this whole journey, this whole year, even recently, I mean, we go win the regular season on the road, and you're celebrating with your great fan base. Our fan base is ridiculous. I mean, it's unbelievable. It's impressive, especially with how far they travel and how loud and vocal they are and how much love you feel from them. But, we had that moment, and we still haven't been back since then. Then you go to the conference tournament, win the tournament title, and we haven't been back since then. So, and then you make the NCAA tournament, when perspective is everything when you get a chance. It hurts. It hurts right now. You can't really think. Right now, everything that's going through your mind is these kids and their families. But to answer your question, most wins in school history, regular season championship, tournament championship, first NCAA tournament win, through adversity in past years. It's pretty dang impressive. And they should be celebrated. And I know Hawaii, and that's what I told our guys, the state of Hawaii is very proud of them. Because at the end of the day, their job is to influence people in a positive way, and they certainly did that. Kids look up to them, and the community over there is morale's high because of the effort they put in and the performance and the manner in which they perform.
Coach, you mentioned the first half. The tempo of the game seemed like it was a possession-by-possession game. Is that what you expected, and did you think were you okay with that, or did you want to change it up in the second half?
Well, you're always okay when you feel like you're under control, and I thought we were. I mean, we were from the get-go, and one of the big things against Maryland we talked about was to set the tone early because they try to put teams away early. And we weathered the storm, more than weathered it. We were up 13-6 or 13-7. And then there was a point where they took a 4-point lead, so I was pleased with the way we closed the half other than that last play. But it was kind of back and forth. I thought we were under control. That one stretch really hurt us. And it was the combination of, and I thought, and you could look, there were some shots we had at the rim, some open shots, but we compounded the problem by not getting back and maybe hanging around for loose balls that weren't there. It was never a lack of effort, and it's never been a lack of effort with this group. And this group's made a huge change in their composure and their mentality to get to the point they got this tonight, or over the course of the season. But in critical moments at this stage, at this level, you'll get exposed for some lapses. And just like we capitalize on some lapses, good teams capitalize on those. And we had several in that critical stretch.
More questions? All right, thank you, Coach.
I know. So we were 21. We were 21-30 for two.
We welcome Maryland coach and student athletes to the dais. We'll go ahead and take a quick opening statement from Coach Turgeon and then turn it over to questions to student athletes Mela Trimble and Rashid Suleiman. Coach?
Well, obviously we're very excited to be one of the 16 still playing. I thought, give Hawaii credit, what a great year they've had. Good players, good guard play, good big guys. And, I thought they got a little bit tired at the end, and we just were able to get out and run. But we weren't very good at the start. We were nervous, missed shots. When you make shots, you look good. We were getting open looks. That's what was important. And I told the guys before the tournament started, I said, we're going to have a game where we can't make a shot, and we got to defend. And we did that tonight. We defended, and we finally rebounded a little bit better during that stretch when we took the lead. So, and then what we did this weekend is we spread the floor, and we were able to get to the foul line, and we made free throws. We shot a really high percentage, like 90% for the weekend. So great win for our team. We're excited to move on.
Reminder to direct questions to specific individuals, and let's open it up to questions for Melo Trimble and Rashid Suleiman.
Daniel Martin from Comcast Sportsnet in DC for both Rashid and Melo. Can you kind of take us inside right before that run happened? It had been a defensive battle all the way up to that point. It seemed like you guys finally got out in transition and 17-2 run followed there. What was inside the huddle, the mood, and what do you think game-wise changed for that to happen?
Rashid?
We just told each other, we just had to relax. We had to stick to our defensive principles. Coach Turgeon and the coaching staff did a great job of scouting Hawaii, and I thought we were pretty good defensively, but we weren't finishing with rebounds, and at the same time we weren't getting out in transition. I think towards that second half we started to get steals, and that kind of opened things up. We started getting easy layups, easy shots, and Melo finally hit a three for us. And once that shot went down, I think that just kind of got everyone loose and gave everyone confidence that if we just continue to play defense, make our free throws, and not turn the ball over, we could win the game.
Melo?
Just like Rashid said what was said in the huddle, what I got from it was just to get stops and have fun on offense and just to play loose. And that's what we did going down the stretch. After that 12-minute media timeout, we just like a happy team. I was even celebrating. I don't really celebrate that much. And like I said, the message I got from that was just having fun.
Told a stupid joke. I told him not to repeat what I said.
Melo, how frustrating was the 3-point performance, and what was kind of going through your mind when you finally were able to hit one?
It was frustrating. I airballed one. I'm always due for one. I'm a confident player, and my teammates believe in me. They want me to keep shooting. I'm pretty sure Coach Turgeon wants me to keep shooting too, but shoot good shots. And when I made that three, I felt great. And that's just me just staying confident, just staying in the game, and next play mentality.
More questions for student athletes?
This is for both of you guys. How are you going to celebrate tonight?
Rashid?
I take their phones. So.
Yeah, Coach is probably going to take our phones and probably, start focusing on Kansas. So we're definitely going to celebrate, probably play video games. I'll probably beat Melo again in FIFA and talk trash. But, it's a good feeling. It's definitely going to be an enjoyable night. And But at the same time, we still have business to take care of, and we got a tough team coming up. So, we're not gonna get too crazy.
Yeah.
Melo?
Just like Rashid said, I don't know about the FIFA part, but everything else he said was pretty on point, and we're gonna enjoy this one tonight. Can't really do too much. We got a flight tomorrow morning. We're just gonna, refocus and get ready for Kansas.
Melo, you said you don't really celebrate a lot. I know when Carter got that and one, you were kind of doing like a high step celebration. Did you kind of feel like at that point, okay, we got it?
Yeah, I felt that we had the game. I just felt that we was getting so many stops in a row. I didn't think they was gonna, make any more shots. So once Rob got the N1, like I said, I felt that we had the game, and everyone else on the bench was excited. So I just said, why not? Why not just show my true character and just have fun?
I might have to give him some pointers on how to dance too. That was atrocious to watch.
More questions for student athletes? All right, we'll let them retreat to the locker room and practice their dance
Good job,
moves.
guys.
All right, questions for Coach Turgeon?
Mark, obviously the team as a whole defensively was terrific tonight, but Rob in particular on Janovic, he seemed to completely take him out of the game, and their offense is so important going through him. How did Rob do? And it seems like at every point you tried to make sure that he was on Janovic.
Yeah, I think there's a lot of factors that come into play. One is ball screen defense, which is really hard to do, and I thought our ball screen defense was great. Rob did a great job ball screen defense and able to get back to a shooter, and he stayed down. He played smart defensively. And the last thing's transition. And for the most part, we were good transition defense, and we played well there. I thought once we started to rebound the ball, and they still out-rebounded us, and it's been frustrating. Once we hit a stretch where we started to rebound, we got control of the game. But I was really proud of Rob. He's worked hard. You know, we got on him about 4 weeks ago, that some things that we need to start doing, more important than shooting a bunch of jump shots. We need to work on this, foot speed, and trying to get his body right, and it paid off tonight.
Mark, Josh Peter with USA Today. Can you talk about your team's development, where it was after the 15-1 start and where it is now?
Yeah, it's such a long season. You know, I think we got to 22-3, and we hit a lull where we weren't very good. We lost a couple games we probably shouldn't have lost, and then our schedule got tough, and it was hard to get our confidence back. But I thought we gained momentum in the Big Ten tournament, played pretty well there, and we played well here defensively. At times we were really, really good offensively, sharing the ball. So we feel good about ourselves. We really do. Are we playing our best basketball? We're getting closer to that. But the key is that we're very confident, and we know how we have to play now to be successful, and the guys have bought into that, and especially in tournament play, to be successful. So, you know, I got really great kids, and if you get to this point, you usually do. You have great kids that are good players, and we never stop believing that we could be a good basketball team, and they practiced hard every day, and we've had fun. You know, we try to have fun, and so I'm really happy for these guys because this is a big step. You know, I know it's not the Final Four yet or national championship, but you know, to be a part of the Sweet 16 is a big step for us. For what we've went through late in the season, I'm happy for the players.
Lindsay Schnell, Sports Illustrated. Mark, how much has Diamond grown over this season? You know, he's still a rookie.
Yeah.
And then how big was he in the first half when you guys
Yeah.
could get the ball inside to him? He pretty much had his way.
Yeah. Diamond's grown a lot, especially on the defensive end. And I think he was mad at me because I didn't put him on 33. I don't want to say his name wrong, Yankovic, and put him on 25. And Diamond likes challenges. But he's playing better, he's playing smarter, not turning the ball over as much. But yeah, there was a period there in the first half where he got us back in the game. It was 13-6, and all of a sudden it was 15-14, I think, our lead. And that was all Diamond. And he had a good weekend. He had a good weekend defensively, and it was much better today offensively. So it's good to see he's growing, and he's come a long ways on and off the court. So, you know, it's been fun to watch his development in both areas.
Coach, there's been so many top-ranked teams that have lost in the tournament so far, and I was just thinking about you guys kind of went through that late-season adversity, and now you've survived, unlike so many other teams. Do you feel those struggles late in the year were maybe a blessing in disguise looking back now?
Yeah, and I said that. You know, the media's like, is this going to hurt you? And I asked the question at this time of year. I thought it was, I don't ever want to go through it. You don't ever want to go through it. I was hoping this team wouldn't go through it, and we'd continue to win and be a higher seed than we are. But I knew, by what we were going through, because of the competitors that I have on my team, that we'd get better and that they would buy in to whatever I was selling. And I had to change the way we were playing a little bit. We had to buy into defense. Still not there rebounding-wise, but we're better. And, you know, and the way we need to play offensively. So they bought into it, and this doesn't surprise me, you know, what we've done. And, you know, we're looking forward to moving on.
Diamond told me that in the process of being recruited at one point, he texted Melo to find out if Melo was going to come back. Did you talk with Melo about not just being a great player for your program, but also being a great recruiter for your program?
Yeah, well, I think Melo's, because he's a great player, he's able to do that. And most importantly, he stayed home. And that's the reason I took the Maryland job, is to keep the best players home. And so that should help us moving forward with that, which is real important. But no, they had those top guys have relationships, and you know, Diamond wanted to be a part of this game and wants to be a part of the next weekend's game, and he knew he had a better chance with that, with Melo being on the team.
Coach Wes Nakama, WarriorInsider.com. Hawaii's point guard, Rod Bobbitt, he's a key part, obviously, of their offense. He picked up 2 quick fouls in the first 3.5 minutes, sat the next 12 minutes. Even though they were able to maintain the lead, do you think that helped you, not let him get untracked? He had back-to-back 30-point games against Oklahoma and Auburn. So with him sitting out, and do you think that helped
it was
control their offense?
It was a blessing for us, obviously. And I was getting frustrated because we couldn't score, and he's over there sitting down, and they're still beating us 13-6, and then we go ahead 15-14. They subbed him back in, which I thought was smart on their part. He had one of the best on-ball defenders, Rashid Suleiman, guarding him most of the night. And I just said, Rashid, if we're gonna have a chance, you got to slow this kid down. But there's no doubt the kid, he lost his rhythm. He's a heck of a player. I watched those games over Christmas, and was really impressed with him. And he just never really got it going tonight. And combination of foul troubles and Rashid just doing a nice job. We did a nice job on ball screen defense too.
Anything more for Coach? All right, thank you, Coach.
Thank you. All right.